Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to take a look at implementing clustering algorithms by using K-means clustering as an example. This is going to be a two-video uh, tutorial. The first video is the data wrangling and transformation on the data part, so that in the second video we can perform K-means on it. Recently my videos have been uh, transforming too long, so I've started, because I'm thinking that probably this will also take a lot of transformations. I'll break it up into two videos. Moving on, in this video we are going to take a look at the uh, Movielens dataset. The Movielens dataset is provided by the Group Lens Research and has been made available from the Movielens website. The data sets have specifically been collected over various periods of time depending upon the size of the data set. So this is practically a stable benchmark, 20 million ratings with 465,000 tag applications applied to 27,000 movies by 138,000 users. So this was around, the last update was around 2016, which means that this is fairly recent. So let's get into the code and look at the data. If we do a head on the data set, you can see that I've already downloaded the files, and we will be taking a look at the movies.csv. If we take a look at the file, it is basically movie ID, title, and the genres. So movie ID, we don't need it. It's basically the movie titles such as Toy Story and the genres that are associated with it, which are basically pipe separated. So let's start our Spark shell. This should get started in a sec. So for our data wrangling part, let's import some artifacts, which is org apache spark from SQL functions, import everything. I think for now that should do it. In case we will need something more, we will import the necessary functions. So let's get to loading the data. We have the genres data frame, which is basically spark.read, which we will format, say that the format is ASCSV, and of the various options, header is true, and then infer schema also true, although you will probably want to provide your own schema and then load it from the data, basically from here. Kind of went away. So load, right. Right, let's see if it's correctly loaded. Right, so it's correctly showing in our data frame. The idea is that we will transform all the genres into separate features, which will be 1 if the genre is present and 0 if the genre is not present. To do that, we will get all the individual genres into an array using a UDF or a user defined function. Uh, so we will create our UDF, which is basically to array, which is basically a genre, which is or it's multiple genres, which is a string, and it's this the return is basically an array of strings. And so each genre lowercase and then split. We will need to escape the escape. Right, so I have my function which I need to convert to a UDF. Right, this is given so that we are saying that we want a reference and do not actually want to execute the function. So we can see that a org apache SQL expression dot user defined function is generated. So we will transform our data frame to so our transform with column where we give that is lowercase array so and then pass this UDF on the genres. Right, so if we take a look at the transform UDF, right, it's showing correctly. Now we will be able to get the set of all the genres. So all the words is take this data frame, then select, and we will select on the genres lowercase array, but we will need to explode it so that it's basically a flat map of all the values in the genres lowercase array column. You can see that it's all words is basically a data frame. So distinct words is all words with select all our column and then calling it distinct. So distinct words for each. Let's see what our So if I take the count, it's basically 20. Now we need to convert a single genre to categorical so that we can use to categorical like we had thought about above. We can use the SQL function, some of the SQL functions from there. So let's set up our category as adventure. So this guy with column genres, and so my new category will be genres underscore category, and this is basically taking the genres and then taking the lowercase of it and then seeing if category is inside the string. Alright, so let's see how this works out. We will select the genres column and the new adventure column and then show zip file. So right animation adventure is here, so 1, adventure is here, so 1, otherwise adventure is not there, so all are 0. We can see that wherever adventure is there, there is a 1 and otherwise it's 0. If you are getting let's take 10 here. It's greater than 1. Here is adventure is probably at the 8th character, so it's given 8, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Adventure is the 8th character. If you're getting confused, remember that when you're trying to use these functions, they're really SQL queries and hence are one indexed. There is this excellent Stack Overflow link for difference in 0 based indexes and 1 based indexes. So take a look at it. The link will be shared in the video links. So now to convert these into 0 and 1 test, basically Boolean test, to show if the genre is present or not, we can convert it convert this in string function saying that when category is there in the string in the column genres, in the lowercase of the column genres, so which means that it's not there, give as 0, otherwise give a 1. Right. This is probably correct, otherwise give a 1 and right. Select genres and genres adventure. Right. So this got transformed to 1. So this is basically a 0 and a 1. Now we need to iterate on all the categories to get the categorical column for each category. We can use the for loop, but since this is this Scala, we will use the more elegant for left. If you have trouble understanding for left, imagine your array to be a piece of paper which you are reducing or transforming to a funnel by folding from the left, taking in the values as it folds. Here is a simple summation example. Let's take the prices, which is a list of 1.5, 2.0 and 2.5. So this is basically a list. Now what I can do is I can take the prices and I can perform for left on it with the initial value 0.0 and the function be like this. So you can see that the summation, it's basically folding from 0 to 1.5, takes it in totally, goes to 2.0, takes it in totally, goes to 2.5, and out comes the result. So I can use this for left to iterate over all my categories, but let's just see if we can make it works. So let's take to adventure and animation, which are what came towards the starting. So my one hot data frame is categories for left. My starting value is the genres data frame, and inside my two values are genres data frame and category, which get translated to this. Don't need by select one because we're not trying to show here. Right, I think that should be it. Let's see if it has changed. The transformation has happened. Right, genres adventure, genres animation is showing. So we need the distinct categories. So what we will do is the distinct words list is basically the distinct words I will select my column and do a mapping where each row is get string, the first one, connect them to a list. Right. Let's see if I can filter out the non-genres here. Yep, it got filtered out. So one hot data frame is like this. Sorry, I need to do my full left on my categories first. Categories is my distinct words list. I perform my full left on it, and so my one hot should be. So you can see that individual categories for action, animation, mystery, and so on have been created. This is the end of this first video for the clustering series. In the next video, we will perform K-means on this data frame. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel and I'll continue putting out more machine learning content. Have a great day.